So the first thing I'm doing is covering my eyebrows with a glue stick. This just lays the hairs down flat so that you can cover them up with foundation later. You can find lots of tutorials on YouTube about how to do this. It just might be a little difficult if you have bushy eyebrows like mine. I'm also going over my eyebrows with some foundation, and then I'm using a really thick concealer over it as well to try and cover up all the hairs after the glue is dried. I end up having to do a few layers of this and then a little bit more glue and then more foundation and concealer and some powder mixed in between as well.
No matter what happens, we'll all stay together.
Once my eyebrows are completely covered, I'm going to go over the rest of my face with foundation to give myself that kind of porcelain doll-like finish. So now I'm priming my eyes with MAC's Painterly Paint Pot, and then after that I'm going to go over where I want my eyebrows to be. I'm using a matte brown eyeshadow, a lighter color, to go over and trace the outline first. Just in case I mess up, I don't want to mess up with the liquid eyeliner. So I'm doing this with an angled brush really lightly, and if you do mess up, you can just take the foundation and rub the eyeshadow right off with it on your foundation sponge. So I'm going to go ahead and draw on how I want them first. I made mine very curved and very high up to imitate a doll's eyebrows. So now I'm going over that outline with a liquid eyeliner pen, a felt tip one. I'm not positive if the one I'm using is actually the Revlon one. I went back and forth between the two. I think this might actually be the NYX one, but it's pretty much the same thing. I'm just making them slightly thicker in the front and then tapering out. Again, very high arched and curved eyebrows to imitate a doll's. And then all the colors I'm using are from the 88 Prism palette from Coastal Scents. I'm starting out with a black. I did mix it a little bit with a darker purple color because I didn't want a straight black. And I'm putting that on my lid. And I am applying it a little bit higher than my lid because we are imitating a doll's eyes, so I have more lid space than I would normally. So I follow that up with later colors. I taper up from the blackish purple to a darker pink and then a lighter pink all the way up to my eyebrow.
No matter what happens.
And once you get to the point where you are patting color over your covered eyebrows, you do want to be careful and make sure to pat the color and not swipe it, because you actually can swipe the foundation and concealer right off of your covered up eyebrow, and I did do that. I don't know how obvious it will be to you guys. It was very obvious to me. Now I'm lining my eyes with that same liquid eyeliner pen. I'm just going to do a slight wing. It's not going to be a huge one. I just want to make room to connect it to my false bottom lash line that I'm going to make later. And I also want to make sure to drag the line farther into my inner corner and actually make a bit of a point, because we are going to exaggerate our lower lash line to make our eyes look bigger, and we want everything to be able to connect smoothly and look realistic. So I did forget to put my contacts in before I started my makeup, so it is a good idea to do that before makeup, and I have this link up in the corner that can show you how to do that. So then I start outlining my lower lash line with a white pencil. This pencil started to drag quite a bit, so I switched to my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, and I'm drawing not too far down my lower lash line because then it looks ridiculous, but I am drawing in my waterline and trying to cover my lashes as well, because we want this white part to actually look like part of our eyes. So we want to match the curvature of our lower lash line. I'm going to set that cream eyeshadow base with a white eyeshadow. This is Taco from Sugar Pill, and this is just going to keep it lasting as long as we possibly can. I'm taking my liquid eyeliner pen and I am connecting the inner and outer corners of my top liner to the bottom and outlining that white area, and this is going to be kind of a false lower lash line, again, to make our eyes look bigger and more doll-like. So I'm using Duo eyelash glue to glue on a set of eBay lashes, and that I'm using for lower lashes, again, to really define and make it obvious that my eyes are supposed to extend farther down. So I'm using 2 pairs of thick eBay lashes. I had to cut them almost in half just to get them to match the curvature of my eye, because they are completely straight and way too stiff to bend, and they would not fit on my entire eye. So it would be better to get some higher quality lashes, even from the drugstore, if you want them to cover your entire upper lash line. So I ended up putting them at the outer corner, which looked really weird on camera. It didn't look this weird in person, but they kind of made my eyes look a little droopy and sad, so it worked out. I definitely didn't do that on purpose, though. That was definitely a mistake. So I'm taking the brightest pink blush that I own, and this is Quickie from Urban Decay, and it's a cream blush, and it is super, super hot pink. So I'm applying that in almost a straight circle right on my cheeks, right on the apples of my cheeks, and it was a lot brighter in person. The lights washed it out a lot, but you want to make sure it's super heavy and super bright because you really want to exaggerate the doll-like makeup. So I took this NYX lip pencil, and this is in Purple Rain, and you want to create kind of a heart shape on your lips. I did cover my lips with foundation prior to doing this as well, so that the parts that I didn't cover with lipstick would blend in. You want to make a heart shape and exaggerate it over your actual natural lip line on the top and on the bottom as well. I'm sorry I got off camera when I did this, but this is just going to make your lips and whole mouth look super creepy. So I took a NYX matte lipstick, and this one was in Shocking Pink, and filled in where I lined my lips very carefully. It wasn't really as difficult as I thought it would be, but you just want to make your lips look ridiculous. You can even exaggerate them even farther up above on the top lip. So the last thing I decided to do was add smile lines and dimples. So you just want to follow the corner of your mouth. I actually messed this up a little bit. I didn't follow the corner of my mouth as well. I just used the same lip liner that I used, the purpley pink one. I actually think it turned out pretty well, but you just want to create the line up from the corner of your mouth and then a little half circle shape just to imitate a dimple.
No matter what happens.
And after that, you are pretty much done. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you later.